We getting skinny and eating good.
Let's get it. Well, we are back with a new video here. This is something I had been on there for a while, and then I got COVID, and then I had to eat like more caloric count of food. So I kind of went off of it. So I had some extras. So I figured we'd do a video on it. The only thing I did not bring was the lunch side of it. I forgot to grab the lunch, but there's plenty of things here we can try, and I can kind of let you know what the lunch side of it looks. But I was on Nutrisystem for a month and a half before I got COVID and lost, I think I want to say like 40 pounds. And I don't think I've gained it back much. My clothes feel still loose, so I'm getting ready to go back on. I just got my new shipment in, so we had some extras of last month's stuff. So we're going to try it out. They all come in containers that resemble different colors like this. Purples are your snacks, and you'll have frozen snacks, and you'll have dry snacks, and then your breakfast will be yellow, and it ranges of a lot of things. We got a couple things here, and then our dinners on that will be in red. So you kind of already, it lays it out pretty much the easiest thing for you. They're all
color-coded.
They're all low calorie. I mean, meal runs about 140 to 110 calories per meal.
So how many snacks do you get a day, Swan?
When you start out, you get your breakfast, then you get a shake, and then you get a snack, and lunch, then a snack, and then dinner. And then when you're off for the week one, you get a breakfast, snack, plus a carb, lunch, 2 proteins, snack with no snack, but it's a carb and a protein, dinner with a protein, and you get an afternoon snack, which is usually I'll wait for like ice creams and stuff on there, because they got ice cream, they got cakes, they got popcorn, pretzels, they got all kinds of different snacks, bars, they got everything. So we got a few things here we're going to try out. I've had all this stuff, of course, but you've not had any of it. So
I can smell it. That's as much as I've got.
What are you expecting? Because you've been on diet stuff before. You've had like the lean cuisines and stuff like that. So
they're cheap and they don't have any flavor, and they give you about this much food.
Yeah. Well, you already can see that there's not a lot of food.
No, it's definitely not a very heavy meal. I mean,
yeah.
You're not getting
so they're light meals, but what do you? I mean,
but you definitely eat apparently a lot throughout the day. If
you eat like 7 times throughout the day.
Yeah, so that's. I mean, it's a lot eating.
Yeah, I mean, once you get through week one, it gets easy, and you're still a little bit hungry, but they give you a couple options to help you out through that. So we're gonna start off the breakfast thing. I got 2 breakfasts. I think these are pretty standard. One's a cinnamon bun, and one's a bagel. Pretty standard. Let you see what they look like. there's other options you can. There's plenty of options. You get to pick what you want throughout the month. So there's oatmeal. There's breakfast sandwiches. There's bars.
So like this bagel, did I just eat like a bagel? Can I put a schmear on there?
Well, you get a protein in the morning. So I usually put some peanut butter on it because that's my protein. So you get a protein with it, so I'll put some peanut butter on there. And then...
So I could get a schmear?
As long as it's protein based.
Yeah. Well, schmear is, like...
I guess it'd be cheese, wouldn't it?
Cheese.
Yeah, so yeah, that would work.
So, or maybe some lox. Some salmon.
So, I'm on... For the most part, I've had both of these. Actually, I had this yesterday, so I'm going to let you try the breakfast. I know what they taste like. I can go ahead and give you an estimate of what they'll be.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I guess that's going to taste better than this, so I just want to... It's like a multi-grain...
It's honey oat. Mind you, it's frozen.
Yeah.
But as a bagel goes...
It's not bad.
It's got... I could taste the honey and a little bit of the oat in it when I eat it, and it really helps out when you have peanut butter. It brings everything together. But
yeah,
for a frozen bagel, how would it compare to other bagels you've had? When we done a whole video on bagels.
No, I mean it's not the best bagel, but it tastes very multi-grain.
Yeah, it's a very healthier bagel you could get. It still feels, I mean, even though it's been frozen, feels like it's just fresh out. I mean, it has, moderate amount of dents to it, and doesn't feel like it's been sitting in the freezer for a month.
Yeah, honestly, I couldn't tell this is frozen if you didn't tell me it's frozen.
So
except for it's a little colder there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had to heat both of them up at the same time, but I actually like these.
It's like a pinwheel kind of cinnamon bun here.
Pretty much. You got your glazing and everything.
I mean, it surprises me that they let you have this much sugar. But, because normally if I'm on a diet, I don't eat any sugar at all.
Well, like I said, that's probably the most amount of sugar you'll get unless you go into the snacks that have sugar on them throughout the day. And it's still really not that much. I mean, there's a glazing on there. But what do you think of the taste-wise compared to other, like...
I mean, it's actually pretty good.
Actually, that's one of my favorites for breakfast. Now, I've had the oatmeal. I've never had oatmeal before up until I started this diet. I actually kind of liked it.
I love oatmeal.
There's like 2 or 3 different oatmeals you can get. It's not a lot. I mean, it comes in a small packet, but... Like, it actually comes in a normal packet you would get oatmeal in, but... I actually enjoyed it. Now the wife doesn't really like the oatmeal, but she doesn't like oatmeal in general, so it has a weird consistency thing to it. But
it's like
so far, breakfast wise,
breakfast mashed potatoes. That's what the oatmeal is.
Pretty much. Out of the breakfast, what would you think?
I mean, with a bagel or with something on the bagel, whatever protein you would choose, I think that would be. I mean, I don't normally eat breakfast at all, so I normally don't go. I go without breakfast anyway, so that would definitely keep me full in the morning. Especially with a snack.
And it's quick. I mean, that took 20 seconds to heat up. If it was by itself, 20 seconds, you pop that in, and you're grabbing it out the door. I mean, that's a quick breakfast.
That's probably my biggest selling point for this whole thing anyway, is they pretty much do all the work for you.
Yeah, I mean, everything's quick, easy to grab. You're not having to think a lot. You know what you're going to get. So I like the breakfast on them. I've not had a problem with them. But I think they have some good flavored options on breakfast.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll go into, technically these are dinners, but this is kind of a thing that I would go, almost you could use for lunch also. It's a bacon, onion, barbecued flatbread. I actually had one of these yesterday too, I think. But no, like I said, I didn't bring any lunches. Lunches you'll usually see like almost like the, what do you call them, like the pizza pockets and stuff.
Yeah.
They have a lot of pocket options like pizza. They have 4 cheese. They have meatball, chicken mozzarella. Then they have mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese. You have a lot of options to pick from. This is a dinner, but I would say you could technically use it
pretty close to similar. I mean, this seems like not a whole lot of dinner. Like it seems like those would be more dinner.
Yeah, this is a dinner. This is, I think, only like 120 calories, I think, for the whole thing.
Well, you can tell that they use like very multi-grain flatbread, and it's healthy. I mean, it's got loads of onions on it.
Loads of onions,
loads, and a decent amount of bacon.
Yeah,
you get nothing special, but
the sauce is spread pretty good.
Yeah, there's plenty of sauce on here. You'll see what it looks like up close.
Now, I will say, whatever you don't like on the first month you try this, you can change for the next month. So if you don't like something that you picked for the first month, go in there, take it off, put you something else that you like. So you really get to customize your options. What do you think?
I only like the onions.
Onions are pretty strong on this one.
Yeah.
So if you're not really a heavy onion person, this will turn you away. I mean, you can taste the barbecue and stuff, but you got to get past that onion first.
And they didn't use that's not like a sweet onion. That sucker is just regular old plain white.
That's a white onion, yeah. Yeah.
Like in my breath, I'm gonna be sweating onion later.
Yeah, this is
super onion.
This is a white onion that they do use, but once you get past the onion, sometimes when I eat this, I'll pick some of the onions off first.
Yeah.
Because there's so many onions on it.
Plus,
but onion's healthy for you, so
yeah.
I know why they do it.
Yeah, they're not really made much, but the barbecue sauce is like basically sugar-free barbecue sauce.
It's
like it's almost like ketchup, but without the sweetness.
And honestly, I like the bread on this. The bread for me is really good. I don't know why, but I like that bread.
It makes me think of them little, and I always like the specialty crackers.
Yeah,
but soft.
Yeah,
like it's got that grainy, like multi-grain flavor kind of.
I like that. I think for them, if they would take some of the onions off of it, would be good. But it's flavor-wise. Once you get past the onions, what do you think?
Well, I mean, it's not terrible. It's just not. I probably wouldn't pick this again.
Yeah, I only get like 2 of them, I think, through the month, just to have something different. Yeah, but I don't. When I think the first month I did, I had like 5 of them, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna bring that down a little bit.
Yeah, don't need this many.
Before we get to the main dinners, let's try one of the snacks. I gave you 2 over there. I got a couple over here. I don't think I'm gonna eat this one because it's been sitting for a while.
Ice cream sandwich.
Yeah. I've got a red velvet cupcake.
I chose the lemon zest cake.
And you can see on the back, they're about 130 calories. Mine's 130. Yours is 140.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they're not like crazy high in sugar, but they're got a little sugar in them.
Yeah, so you're getting some sugars. I mean, you get your sweets. They're not depriving you of certain things.
It's a little bundt cake. Look at it.
And mine's a little cupcake.
Cupcake with barely any frosting on it.
Yeah, they try to give you some, but they don't try to make it overdone.
I think cold, like ice.
Yeah, hopefully it's thawed out enough.
Chip a tooth. No, that's pretty good. Like super lemony.
Yeah, this is tastes like red velvet cake. I mean, I like red velvet, so that's why I got these.
Yeah, I dig this. I could eat this all the time.
Yeah, I love those things too.
It's like a little lemon cake.
I will say the only thing I don't like about the frozen snacks, especially like the cakes and stuff, you do have to let them thaw out before you can have them.
I guess you could pick which one you want for the day and just stick it in the refrigerator or whatever. And
yeah, my problem is I forget. And by the time I'm looking for a snack, I'm like, oh man, I should have put that in there. But flavor goes, they're not skimping on flavor.
But you said they have dry snacks too.
They do have dry snacks, and you can load down with dry snacks if that's a thing.
Do they do like chips, nuts?
So they have bars like kind of like a Nutri-Grain bar, but they're more peanuts and stuff like that. Popcorn, like bags of popcorn, chocolate couple pretzels, cookies. They have like a single serving cookie. I usually get the peanut butter ones, but there's shortbread. There's a bunch. You'd have to go look, but there's a lot of cookies. Cheetos, but their brand, I will say they're not as good. I've had them.
Cheapos.
They're very cheapos. You can tell they cut out the flavor on that one.
Yeah.
Honey mustard pretzels. I'm trying to think everything that I use. That I don't get the honey mustard, but the wife did. There's a lot to choose from. Snack wise, they give you quite a bit of an option to choose. I mean, frozen stuff, dry stuff. There's options. So you're not.
I mean, I think I would. The stuff I would get, I would stick away from the sweeter stuff.
Yeah.
And go more towards like the honey mustard pretzels stuff.
I will tell you, the white cheddar popcorn, they're really good. They're really good. And they got butter ones too. They got butter popcorn and white cheddar. The butter's okay, but the white cheddar's bomb.
And popcorn, just in case you know, is super filling. It's loaded with fiber. So
and I get like 12 bags of that because they're so good.
It's probably a good idea.
They're really good.
No sugar. You're eating just
I will say also, make sure you have freezer space, because a lot of your meals are frozen, like your lunches and your dinners and some of your breakfasts are frozen stuff. So make sure you have, I mean, you can go mostly dry, but for dinner wise, you're going to have a lot of frozen.
And the bigger family you have, the more people you're trying to feed, the more frozen you're going to have.
We have a standard refrigerator with a small fridge side, and just me and her, we take up the whole freezer space.
Yeah.
So make sure you have enough space if you're going to do this. And it costs, for a meal, it costs $400 and some, like $30 a month. But that's a whole month's worth of food you're getting. Now you do have to buy proteins. Like I usually get the string cheese singles or whatever, and those are my proteins. And I get a jar of peanut butter and some pistachios, and that's my proteins for the month.
Yeah.
So
I would do eggs. Eggs are cheap.
They give you download the app and it gives you a list of proteins and smart carbs. So my smart carb, I'll buy a loaf of bread, and you like the whole wheat, and then I get a single piece of bread, and that's my carb. So you can go cheap with the stuff that they get. You know, you have to buy on your own, and you can get by. So I mean, you pretty much, for one person, you're spending $400. I mean, with the stuff you add on, say it's $460, $470 a month, almost $500 just for you for the whole month. Some may see that being a lot. Some might say, well, okay, that's not too bad. I thought it was not too bad. We were door dashing like every single day, and we're spending probably double that on like.
Yeah. I mean, it's not cheap, but it's, for one thing, anytime that you go towards diet food, healthier food is going to be more expensive.
Yeah.
So you're already going to be paying a higher grocery bill. A normal person, I say, probably spends $75 to $100 a week.
So it almost comes out to about what you're going to pay anyways.
Yeah. So,
I mean, if you're paying already $400 a month on yourself, might as well just, if you want to lose some weight, just pay a little extra and go with this. You're not going to eat as much, mind you. Now, you might not eat as much as I do. I eat a lot when I eat food, so this was a kind of a cut down for me. But let's go with the dinners. Let's go with this. Or no, let's go with yours first. Actually, I like the flavor of this one better. Fork.
all right.
So this is the roasted turkey and gravy with mashed potatoes.
Now, it looks like a healthy choice dinner.
Yeah.
I mean, this looks like.
And I will tell you, if you do this, there's a secret I do. Now, if you like gravy on your mashed potatoes, I eat all the turkey first,
and then just
scoop the mashed potatoes over into the gravy, and then you have gravy and taters. So,
check out the mashed potatoes one more again.
just to make sure.
Yeah, I mean, they're actually pretty, they taste pretty good.
For frozen, these are, frozen taters.
And they're thick.
Yeah.
Like, those are some.
Like instant mash,
taters.
that's pretty good for instant mash, pretty much.
Somebody used the right amount of tater flakes.
What do you think of the gravy?
They're pretty good.
Yeah. Help helping of turkey.
I don't hate it.
White meat turkey.
Huh. Very similar to what a healthy choice meal tastes like.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit more quality ingredients.
I like the taters.
Because the taters are definitely not as watery.
Yeah.
That's what
if you cook them just right, and it's whatever the time that they got on there, it comes out perfect. And usually, every time I've had them pretty good, it's almost perfect.
I hate to waste this turkey.
I end up getting like 4 or 5 of those because these are one of my favorite meals that they got. They only take 3.5 minutes to make, and a minute and a half, and no, 2.5 minutes. Sorry, 2.5 minutes to make, a minute and a half. Stir, and then a minute to finish. So it's a quick meal. You don't have a lot of food there, mind you, but you do get a protein also. So so what I do, here's another secret tip. Go get you some steaks, get you a scale, weigh you out 2 ounces of steak. That is a serving of steak for protein. Fry you up a steak, and go with that, and then you got a pretty decent meal.
Or you just get some more turkey.
Or you can get more turkey.
Just toss some extra turkey in there.
That's not a bad idea too. But what I do on the for the lunch, where I get 2 servings of steak. No, they give you these mashed potatoes. They're like in a cup thing. So for lunch, I'll get the mashed potatoes, and I'll fry me up a 4-ounce steak. And that's a good lunch right there. I mean, I've been satisfied with that meal.
That'd make for some good doo-doos.
All right, here's probably one of my favorites. Chicken Parmesan.
Chicken parm.
So,
I don't know, where's the breading on my chicken?
The breading is very light.
Oh, is there actually some bread on
there? There is a little bit of breading there. It's very light, but there's breading on there.
Cut me off a piece of this here chicken. Gotta test the chicken first. Test its merit. There we go. Now we're talking. Well, I'm gonna wear it too.
Yeah.
Try some spaghetti.
And what I do with this is, because there's not a lot of Parmesan on there for my protein, I'll just throw some more Parmesan on it.
Yeah, somebody gonna listen.
And that's my protein for this meal.
It's not bad. I would definitely like take some Mrs. Dash or something like that.
You can add seasoning. They allow seasoning added to it. They call it like extras, and they don't count that towards your thing.
Probably want to kick yourself salt, but
I sometimes put some red pepper flakes and Parmesan, and may throw a little bit of garlic on top of it, and it adds some extra flavor. But they do allow you to do that stuff. So if it's good, but it needs more flavoring, you can do that. But I think the meals, it holds up as far as quality goes.
Yeah, I mean, to me, you're not getting any different than what you would Healthy Choice. And if you're only going to eat Healthy Choice meals, the price is probably going to be almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
So,
but you're going to have to pick out every little thing.
Yeah.
And you'll probably forget something.
And Healthy Choice meals aren't really that healthy.
No. They're very high sodium.
So when you go looking, but the flavors profile is pretty close to what I've had. The Healthy Choice in both of these,
yeah.
Similar.
I think it's good. I mean, it is what it is. It's not like something at a restaurant.
And well, you're not gonna, it's not, the things at restaurants are made to taste good and make fat people happy.
Yeah.
So
this is to satisfy enough where you're okay. You know. You're
yeah.
like, this is a pretty good meal.
I get buying all this food.
Yeah.
I mean, the onions might be a little bit hard to bear with.
Well, like I said, there's stuff on there that I wouldn't eat that you probably would. Yeah. I didn't bring this because I didn't have any left, and I'm not bringing off my next month. But I get there's pizzas, and those are my favorite thing in the whole thing.
Are they good?
Yeah, they're turkey sausage, bacon, and it's really, I love them, and red pepper. So you actually taste the red pepper when you eat into it and stuff. It's good. So I get it. There's also little chili beans that I get too. Really good.
Yeah, see, I would get a lot of like spinach and eggs.
Yeah, there's
a lot of that kind
there's
of thing.
stuff in there that you would eat that I wouldn't, and you'd probably be okay with. But as far as my stuff goes, that's my favorite.
Yeah, I mean,
you like strawberry shortcake?
I was looking at which one would be the best here of the cream-filled chocolate cupcake versus. I like some of the strawberry shortcake.
Chocolate.
I like strawberries.
As our dessert.
Or dessert cupcakes.
I don't think I've even had one of these yet.
Yours is deformed. It looks like one of them Hostess thingies. I think you can tell it's a strawberry. Woo! She's just smelling. Looks like a strawberry punch in the face.
Stop it. I don't think they lack on the snacks. I think the flavor wise, you're getting exactly what you're thinking it's going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely, I mean, the taste is great. It's fabulous on
the snacks. I haven't complained with all the snacks that I've chosen. I have not complained with one. The peanut butter cookies could add a little bit more peanut butter flavor to it. But I guess that comes with the sugar, so you gotta be careful. Yeah. But it's still good. Really, all my snacks have been, they knock them out of the park. So
yeah, I'm impressed by the snacks for sure.
Overall, with what you've tried, what do you think of Nutrisystem?
Well, I mean, apparently it works.
Yeah, it does work. I've lost the weight,
so that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Anytime that you're getting healthier is good. Especially you lost it quick.
I lost.
You're so used to having such a high calorie diet.
Yeah, I was probably eating way more calories than a lot of calories. Let's put it that way. Way more than I should be.
I mean, probably someone of our size would probably eat 3,500, 4,000 calories a day.
I would probably push. I think I was pushing 4,000, 4,500 a day probably, and not being able to do a whole lot. I mean, that's fine if you're a bodybuilder,
Yeah.
If that's,
I mean, some of them make 10,000.
That was fine when I was a pro wrestler because I was burning the calories. But with me, sedentary.
Yeah, sedentary
lifestyles.
Yeah,
it's not good. So this cuts you down. The first week you're eating is 1,000 calories that first week.
So, but if you normally don't eat 2,000 calories or more than 2,000 calories a day, then I would suggest just exercising more.
Yeah,
and not
probably
doing this.
This probably wouldn't help you out. I mean, unless you like the fact that every meal's kind of prepared, ready for you, all you don't have to think about, which that's what I like most also. The Navy lifestyle of just saying, hey, this is the meal you're going to eat today kind of scenario,
But if you're a big eater like we are, then this will help you wean yourself off of that just nasty habit of feeding yourself thousands and thousands of calories all the time.
And when you get to that, because you can do it, there's two different types. You can do the 5-day plan and the 7-day, I think. So I did the 7-day, but what I would do when we come over here to film and stuff, my Saturday, that would be my cheat day. And everything tasted so much better.
Yeah.
Because it was,
it's like quitting smoking or something.
Yeah.
Like you can finally taste food because you're not used to.
And it was like a reward. I mean, it was rewarding to be able to eat. And I ate healthy all week long. This is my favorite meal, of the week kind of scenario.
And you still were dropping.
And I was still losing
weight, even with a nice
I
cheat
lost.
day.
I think I lost up to 40-some pounds. I may have gained some of it back through coronavirus and not being on this, but I'm getting ready to go back on. I just got my new shipment in, and I hope I lose another 40 or 50 pounds next month. But this is a good way to do it. I was highly impressed with the quality of food because I was one of my things. I'm a picky eater. I'm not going to eat something. I'm not going to eat a lot of things. So it worried me that this food's going to taste bad, and I'm just going to go run back to ordering Little Caesars or something. But the food quality is good enough where I'm like satisfied with every meal as far as taste wise.
Yeah, I mean,
not feeling wise, but satisfying taste wise. And the snacks.
But I think the way they got it laid down is really well. Because of the snacks, you have something to look forward to.
To the next day. Because you get a snack like 3 times a day pretty much of some sort. I mean...
Yeah, and on any other diet, I wouldn't think that's possible.
Yeah, I mean,
not that I know of.
You've tasted the snacks. They taste really good. I mean, so you're looking forward to a good... a treat, basically. And 140 calories per snack, I mean, that's really good.
Yeah.
So... I think once I got my second week and on, I think it was like 1,200 calories a week, or actually 1,200 calories a day. I'm sorry, I was saying a week. You get 1,000 calories per day on the first week, 1,200 on. So,
I mean, so in my eyes, if you can afford it, of course, if you feel comfortable with paying that, I understand some people can, have to eat canned food all the time. This
happens.
But if you can afford this, if you're ready to lose the weight and try to wean yourself off of
eating
just
healthy,
nasty fat foods, and
we're not sponsored by Nutrisystem, so this
sounds like
this is pretty. Yeah, it really does. If you're ready to lose the weight and wean yourself off the nasty, disgusting,
45 pounds already.
I lost the weight. I'm proof that it does work.
Yeah. But I give it my stamp of approval because, like I said, if there's proof it works.
I mean, I can show you guys. All right, these shorts these are. I have to go out and get a belt. I mean, these are loose.
So, I mean, the fact that it works, the fact that the food is not terrible, the fact the way they have it set up to where it's easy, it's convenient. You eat a lot a day, so you're not sitting there just hungry.
Yeah.
You have something to look forward to. And you can space your meals out, I'm guessing, any which way you want.
I do it like every 2 hours.
So, I mean...
So you're eating every 2 hours.
Constantly.
Yeah.
I mean...
You're going to have something in your mouth every two hours, so you're satisfied at the end of the day, pretty much. The first week's going to suck. I'm going to tell you right now. The first week sucks.
Yeah.
Once you get past that first week, it is way easier.
You go hit the gym, the first week's gonna suck.
Yeah.
That's just part of it. And don't forget, diet and exercise does help. You might lose way more weight than he does if you don't diet or exercise at all.
Now, it says do not exercise the first week.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're super long calories, so you probably don't have any.
Also, it says on average, your first week you'll lose 10 pounds, and the rest of the month you'll lose probably on average of 5 pounds. I was a special case, I guess, because I've been eating so unhealthy. And if you're in that same position, you'll probably lose as much weight as I do. If you're not as unhealthy eating as I am, average amount of weight loss the first week is 10 pounds and then 5 pounds for the rest of the month. So you're looking at least 15 pounds your first month.
That's fairly quick weight. If you continue to do so, if you stick on the plan, you will probably lose whatever goal weight you have. I mean, it's not like... when it comes to weight loss, if you stay on it, you don't usually plateau too bad.
Yeah, it depends on like your calorie intake. If you put your calories per what you want to weigh. So if you're eating 4,000 calories a day, you're going to weigh 400 pounds eventually.
Yeah.
If you want to weigh 120, you eat 1,200 calories. You're going to weigh 120 pounds eventually. So they've got it mapped out for you. This is the amount of calories you're going to get a day. These are the foods, and you can choose what food combination you want because everything's labeled out. These are your snacks in purple. These are your breakfasts in yellow. These are your lunches in blue, and these are your dinners in red. And you can pick, hey, this is what I want for today as my lunch. This is what I want for my dinner. You have your options. And, everything tastes pretty good. So, it works.
So why not give it a try?
I mean, if you can afford it. And it's not really that crazy. That's why I keep on...
If you can afford to eat DoorDash all the time, if you can afford to go out all the time and eat, which costs
You're probably paying at least $20 a meal when
Yeah.
you go out anyways. So
and this is probably cheaper at that point.
It was for us. It was cheaper because I was probably paying $400. I was probably paying $800 a month myself with DoorDash. So we were probably paying $1,600 a month on food.
Yeah. So I mean.
So it was cutting that in half,
Yeah. So, just look at what it looks like. If you're ready to lose the weight,
you're really starting to sound like an infomercial again. If you're ready to lose
the weight, you can do it now.
Nutrisystem will call us like, you guys, you sure you don't want to be?
But anyway, guys, that's all I'm going to say. This, I give it a stamp of approval just because I think it's going to work.
Well, it did work.
And it has worked. But I think it's going to work for people other people who might be watching this video who are ready to make a change.
Yeah, I mean, my shirts are bigger. My pants are bigger now. So, but don't forget to buy some merch. I got my merch on today. Teespring.com/stores/southern-DN'A. Support the channel.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Hit that notification bell.
It's over there.
Yeah, in this general corner.
And we'll catch you next time.
Let's get it.